What's going on, guys? Logan, we're up to Season 13, Episode 6 of Criminal Minds. Here we go.
You mean that place in the old market? Yeah, it sounds like fun, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Is she gonna be grabbed or ran over?
In the middle of the day.
Quit licking my table.
The restaurant was packed tonight. If I never have to make another kale and potato mussolini again, it'll be too soon. Yeah, right.
You don't like change?
Yeah, it's true. Change is my kryptonite, but the apartment is no longer a sanctuary. I have a new neighbor. Windows right here. He enjoys doing naked kung fu.
Oh.
So things you cannot unsee. And besides, Sergio and I need more room for our things.
Your cat has things?
Yeah.
Christy and I can't take 2 steps in our house without tripping over the kids' toys.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I am all for living with only the things you really need.
And Matt, me too, right?
How many fuzzy pens, unicorn statues, mermaid paperweights does one need at a desk?
All of them. What?
Garcia, round up Dave and Tara. We have a case.
Yeah.
Our field office in Richmond was called in to consult, but they haven't been able to crack it in last night. Our 4th woman went missing.
Yeah, that would be Allie Layton, 29 years old. She
None of these bodies have been
on her way
found?
to work. Her car was found in a nearby parking garage by the restaurant where she's the head chef.
What time was this?
Just after midnight. Robbery doesn't seem to be a motive. Her bag was still there with her wallet and phone.
It's a woman.
The same could be said for the disappearance of Dr. Roberta Childs, an obstetrician, in 2012.
Nothing but Diane.
2015 dentist, at least Waterston. She disappeared from her office after working late one night.
She ordered a ride share. The driver waited, but she was a no-show.
Bodies have never been found.
This could be human trafficking.
Or he's good at permanent concealment.
This is weird.
I'm in here, please. Somebody, please.
Oh, that's a scream.
Allie, dear, how are you feeling?
Were those the other 2 that were missing? What the hell is going on?
Type has even crossed racial lines.
Okay, let's look at what they do have in common. They are all young, single, educated professionals.
A doctor, a teacher, a dentist, and a chef. Sounds like the start of a bad joke.
No, the unsub could hold a grudge against accomplished women, especially if he feels inferior.
He could be keeping them in multiple locations, in which case he most likely has a large truck or van.
He appears to be a night owl. All of the abductions took place around midnight.
Could do shift work when that's the time he gets out from his job.
Without any bodies turning up over the years, we debated if the 3 women just decided to up and leave their lives. It happens. I should warn you, the media's been reporting that the BAU's been called in on this. Before I got here, a relative of a woman who went missing years ago came in demanding to talk to you.
News stories often bring all kinds of people out of the woodwork.
This one's different. Anytime there's a missing person case or a woman's body is found, Joanna shows up.
But you don't think Chrissy's case is related to the recent abductions?
She was 16 and in all sorts of trouble.
Allie, stay away from me.
Yeah, aren't those the other 2?
Okay. I saw someone in a hazmat suit.
I know it's a little scary right now, but believe me, all of your questions will be answered. But first, I need your assurance that you will not resort to violence. Why don't we start with a tour? Yes?
I don't understand. Where am I? Come, see for yourself.
What is going on? Is it like a new civilization or something?
When I heard the BAU was being brought in, I thought, great, maybe someone will finally do something. Did the police tell you Chrissy was last seen just a few blocks from the parking garage where that chef was taken last night?
No, they didn't.
They were smart, successful, while she dropped out, drank, got high.
Joanna, that's...
I mean, weren't there only two that were like a doctor and whatever?
That doesn't make her a bad person.
She ran away more than once.
But she always came back.
I mean, success is relative
Always.
based on each person's
Before she
opinion of
disappeared,
whatnot, but
she was turning her life around. She was working with the counselor. She was going to get her GED.
they literally, like, all four of them were, like, members of a growing, creating society.
I miss her every day.
Like, you need a chef, you need a doctor.
I don't know if you know
I forgot what the other two were.
like, but
Actually,
Teacher.
then you understand. Please. You've got to find her.
I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'll look through her file, okay?
No luck with the security cameras.
This is found next to Allie's car.
$20K a month. Well, we're in the wrong line of work.
Text called number is disconnected.
I think the library is my favorite room. But I probably should be using the gym more.
It's important to make time for exercise.
Have you been watching? Everything will be explained to you in the special video we have for you to watch, so. I want out now, Allie. Dr. Childs, go or suffer yours.
You won't get out this way. Trust me. I know.
Hello, friends. I have an announcement. I don't thank any of you often enough. I know you're seemingly inanimate, but you witness all the icky that I deal with, and it makes more manageable. So I want to thank you.
And you. And you. And you.
What is it, Garcia? Oh, yes, I looked into the disappearance of Chrissy Miller. I found something significant. That same week that Chrissy disappeared, another teen, Kylie Pritchard, also went missing.
18 and pregnant. Like Chrissy, the police checked off the troubled runaway box.
Yep. And this will also wet your mystery whistle. Days after Kylie and Chrissy went missing, Dr. Roberta Childs vanished.
So if this is the same unsub, you probably started with high-risk victims like runaways, then graduated to high-profile ones. And her sister's disappearance is connected to the abduction of the professional women from 5 years ago.
Appears to
Chrissy,
be
expand your
correct.
search for
Missing women in Virginia and the Metro DC area. I can read your voices and your minds. In the last 5 years, there have been 24 missing person cases, mostly runaways and young females.
Dr. Childs was
What?
an obstetrician. What if some of the other runaways were pregnant? Joanna said Chrissy was cleaning up her act before she disappeared. What if she was pregnant too?
Yeah, here's a medical chart from a downtown free clinic. Chrissy was pregnant. 2 months to be exact.
Okay, I get the unsub taking
What?
teen runaways. He probably figured fewer people would be looking for them, but why go out of his way to abduct pregnant ones? And what happened to the babies?
This is literally crazy.
You have no right. Get these off of me. Sue. This is wrong and you know it. Who's in charge? Irene? The man in the gas mask? Did they take me? You're a doctor. You're supposed to help people.
5 years ago, the unsub takes 2 pregnant teens. It's obvious why he then takes an obstetrician.
Just taking other teen girls through the years of keeping them alive, they'd all be mothers with young children now.
Yeah, mothers and children with needs. Medical, dental, educational, and nutritional.
Yeah.
It's a whole society.
Caretakers and a doctor, a dentist, a teacher, and a chef.
I don't want any part of this.
If you don't behave, you can't meet the others. I will not have you upsetting them.
What's that? Not worry time. What is it?
We have to get rid of her.
This changes things.
Oh!
Dr. Roberta Childs, 5 years older, but it's definitely her.
They didn't try to conceal the body. I think he could have hidden her in the brush over there.
Maybe he didn't have the time.
Captain, it's
That's wild.
He could be devolving.
It's unlikely. This wasn't her first attempt.
So the bandages were someone else's attempt to save her.
She's been alive all of this time. And that fact bodes well for other missing women.
Us happened when we first started planning years ago. We talked about it. Remember, what is done is done.
She betrayed our mission.
But did we have to dump her by the side of the road like that, like she was trash? Roberta has been a part of our lives for 5 years.
You wrapped her in a blanket, and that was more than she deserved.
I need to tell the others something.
I'll just make sure they don't get the same stupid idea. It could ruin everything.
You're not having doubts that it's going to happen, are you?
I believe it more than ever now.
One of these, like, Doomsday preppers?
As do I.
It's obvious he's not abducting and driving at the same time. He's got a partner.
They took a lot of risk abducting in broad daylight like that.
He looked at something before he took the woman. It made him hesitate. Matt, take it back.
How is this man just casually recording this girl this whole
That
time?
building in the background. It's a digital clock.
Yeah, but that was during the day. All the other abductions took place close to 12 midnight.
Clocks strike 12 twice a day. Maybe it's not AM and PM that matters.
The numbers 11, 57, 30 might mean something to him.
It could be an address, a code, it might even have religious significance.
Police ID the latest victim.
11:57:30.
Paige Burrell. Agent Jarrell, I saw the news another young woman was taken. How about this? Let's just talk over here. Is it the same man who took Chrissy? We don't know yet.
Joanna, the last thing I want to do is give you false hope. There's been some developments, and there may be a connection between Chrissy and the recent missing women. We think whoever took her also took other pregnant teens and is holding them somewhere.
Oh, God. Well, what about the baby? Is it okay? Where are they? How could anyone...
We're working to find out now.
Girl, if we had these answers...
Do you have any idea who the father could be?
Maybe this neighborhood boy, Parker. They were hanging out a lot.
Does
I
he
get
still
it.
live in the area?
No.
She's
he moved
emotional.
down south a week before she went missing.
We need to gather everyone. I know why he's doing this. We said the timing of the unsubs abductions may be important to him.
Why is that?
Victim number 1, Dr. Roberta Childs. She signed out of the hospital at 11:50 p.m. Now, victim number 2, Diane Pearl, her home alarm system was tripped at 11:52 p.m. This cell phone records show that Allie Layton, the 4th victim, ended her phone call at 11:57 p.m. And lastly, Paige Burrell, the digital clock where she was abducted, read 11:57 and 30 seconds.
Counting down to what?
I think the unsubs abducting women based on the Doomsday clock.
And what's that?
The symbolic clock that warns the world how close we are to total destruction.
The Doomsday
Midnight
prepper.
on the clock represents a hypothetical global catastrophe, like a nuclear war. The number of minutes...
For the last 5 years, it's been consistently ticking down. It was last set at 2.5 minutes to midnight.
And the closest it ever was 2 minutes in 1953 when the U.S. and Russia tested the first H-bomb. We could be looking at a doomsday call.
Yeah, they call themselves preppers. They're trying to retain a certain standard of living for themselves and others while riding out the apocalypse, be it nuclear or civil unrest.
Oh
The
my
wealthy are
god.
jumping on board. They're hoarding cryptocurrency and
The victims are part of the unsubs prep to repopulate a new civilization in a post-apocalyptic world.
And the clock starting to tick steadily down 5 years ago was the trigger.
And with it being so close to midnight and us breathing down his
That's
neck,
creative as hell.
It's time to cut all ties with the outside world.
And our life as we once knew it is gone forever. Fear not, for here, with us, you will find shelter, safety, and sanctuary.
You'll find our medical facility is state of the art.
Chrissy, could you please tell the others that we're gathering?
Right away.
Thank you. Are you hungry, dear?
What? No.
Don't be shy.
Dr. Burrell, meet your patients.
Oh my god.
She'd get high and binge watch some TV show about zombies.
She became obsessed with anything to do with Armageddon. Does that have something to do with her disappearance?
It might.
Please, if she's alive, why haven't I heard from her?
She may be under the sway of whoever has her. Like, based on our experience with deprogramming, it could be hard for her to step back into the life she once had.
I'm Paige. I know you.
Allie.
Yeah, you're that chef. You're all over the news right now.
And?
People are looking for you. The FBI, too.
Chamomile okay?
Fine. What are you drawing?
A fish.
Is he swimming in the ocean?
He can't. The ocean's on fire.
On fire? Cities aren't in ruins. The government hasn't collapsed. There are no mass suicides.
They told us she'd say that. That you try and trick us.
We're telling the truth.
What about the birds? They all dropped out of the sky.
And the floods washed away the farms.
Where do you think we came from?
From the survivor camps.
Oh, Jesus.
No! They kidnapped us.
We have to get out of here. All of us.
You're gonna need more than one.
It'll take a lot of research and planning. Garcia, what kind of online presence do preppers have?
They're a bunch of chatty Cathys. There's a plethora of chat rooms, podcasts, websites.
See, I mean, I would like a bunker just because it would be
That's
cool.
what they call the end of the world.
Not because I think I would even be around to even use the
From
bunker.
food storage tips to basic
That would be cool as hell.
places to get
Oh
a
yeah,
gas
check out my
mask, places to live that
Fallout
won't be
shelter.
affected by climate change.
It's pretty cool.
Website here that tells preppers they should get corrective eye surgery.
That makes sense. If you were to lose or break your glasses when the earth is laid bare, something tells me it'd be hard to find a lens crafters.
That episode in the Twilight Zone.
Garcia.
Oh, I'm digressing.
Do a search of the Metro DC area for
I'd probably
men
turn it into like a
fallen
man
to
cave.
both the survivalist and prepper camp. So for the past 5 years, this guy's been amassing food, water, medical supplies, air filtration materials, weapons, and ammo.
Oh, that's like all of them. Whoa, Nellie.
What is it?
I found a civil engineer, Lawrence Coleman. He's bought all of those things, but also chloroform is on his shopping list.
Does he show any interest in the Doomsday clock?
Obsessed is more like it.
Preppers typically plan to shelter in place, bug in, which means that they want to ride out any bad situation at home.
You're getting us out of here.
Wait, I want to see where he's keeping this place.
Garcia, check for women who communicated with Coleman online. Look for anyone who shared his fervor about the end of days.
Fervor, female, Doomsday, got it. Oh, looks like there's a lid for every pot, even the crackpots. Coleman had buku prepper ladies who were willing to share more than their canned meat with him.
Was one as obsessed as Coleman?
That would be Irene Jacobs. She lives in Culpeper, Virginia. She worked. Booyah, she drives a black van.
Joanna Miller mentioned her sister was seeing a counselor.
Yeah, Chrissy Miller was one of her patients.
Which was how
Voila.
Coleman found out she was pregnant. What about Kylie Pritchard and some of the other missing teens?
Jinkies, it's like Irene was spoon-feeding Coleman his victims.
They trusted her and she betrayed them. We need addresses.
Sending... Oh.
This is wild.
There's nothing here.
There's gotta be.
Where, Spence? We drove around the entire property. There's nothing here except the ground we're standing on.
The ground we're standing on.
What?
In the 1990s, the government closed and abandoned military installations across America, including Virginia. Some of them included underground strategic command centers.
A bunker built to withstand a nuclear blast. What if this land Irene Jacobs owns is over one of them?
Well, the main entrance would most likely be booby-trapped, so we need to try to find the escape hatch.
No! The world's imploding out there.
The world may be messed up, but this is no way to fix it.
The world is beyond repair.
Okay.
There should be a release mechanism somewhere.
Oh my god.
We've been breached. Lawrence, we need to get the others to level 2.
You're right.
Lawrence? Lawrence, get back here.
Do what you want.
Wild.
We don't want another wake-up.
What did Reed and JJ walk into? I can't get through.
The doors are airtight and the glass is bomb blast resistant. Our bolts will just bounce off.
Are we gonna run out of air?
No, high carbon dioxide levels are going to kill us before low oxygen levels do.
What about the keypad?
On a 0 to 9 keypad, assuming a 4-digit code, there are 10,000 possible combinations. If you figure 5 seconds to input each combination, that'll take 13.89 hours, and that's not even accounting for finger fatigue.
Great, so even if we had too many failed attempts, we would probably be locked in here anyway.
What is it?
Irene?
Can't help you.
Coleman! Coleman, you need to let everyone go.
How do you know who I am? Your sister. Joanna, she's been looking for you. She's never stopped looking for you.
Don't listen to any of their lies.
She gave me this photo of the two of you.
Is it real?
Joanna's alive? Yes. She told me about how you like to watch TV shows about zombies and how you like to play guitar.
Right, Lawrence and Irene abducted you.
No. Untrue.
It is true.
Untrue.
They told you the world was ending, but I promise the world is still there.
No. It's after Joanna? Did you name him after your sister? I know she'd really love to meet her nephew. Your families have not forgotten you. They miss you every day. Down here is not real life.
Mama, how could you do this to us?
Do what you want with him!
Irene!
The code is 1200.
The world looking very pretty.
Even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. Martin Luther.
I gotta say, Coleman's bunker was pretty impressive.
Yeah, but not where I want to spend my last day on Earth.
Yeah, where would you?
Never thought about it.
I don't want to think about it.
Don't want to think about it.
Prefer the mountains. Be with my family.
Paris with my mom. She liked Paris.
You know, something tells me Dave has this all planned out.
Don't you know it? When the end comes, you'll find me at home enjoying a meal of carbonara alla Rossi in a double jack and a vintage Don Carlos.
That sounds great.
You mind if we join you?
My goodness, y'all got your work cut out. Like, you got a lot to do, sentencing wise. This is a complicated one. So I'll just tell you this: you're probably gonna have to do a range, because it's gonna be really hard unless you go back and completely analyze the entire episode. It's gonna be really hard to do an exact sentence. So it'll probably have to definitely be between this, depending on some scenarios. That's what an episode. We might be talking about this episode again when I'm done with the show. We very well might, because that was incredible. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. See y'all next time.